Since you mentioned that one of the best players you played with was in the back row was Richard Hill.
Yes.
And I had the pleasure to play with Richard for 5 years at Saracens from when he was a real youngster coming up. And I remember him coming to Scotland in probably mid-90s. I was an old warhorse really at those days, but a young man picked up the ball at halfway line against Gala, ran 50 yards. And he played for 5 years. He was a tremendous player. I feel very privileged to play with him, but I'd be interested on your views of why you thought Richard was such a great player.
Richard was one of those guys who was like his work ethic of how he actually conducted himself on the field. The sort of a analysis for him is that his worst game is about 82% and his best game is about 85%. And you need guys like there.
My best game is about 50%.
Well, I think it was a little bit more than that, but it wasn't consistent.
Yeah.
So that's there's still chances for you to come back in. You're going to come out of retirement to
But in terms of as a flanker, what
Yes.
do you think were his major abilities as a flanker? One, to me, he had great pace.
Right, yeah.
He could always read the game.
Yes.
And he was probably years ahead of some of the flankers who are playing now in
Yeah.
terms of being a workhorse. And as Clive Wood would say, he's very much the unsung hero of that England team. If you want 100%, it was Richard Hill, wasn't it?
That's
all
right.
the times, yeah.
Yeah, and playing against him several times actually on either international or domestic is him just making sure that he's always consistent and he always punches above the weight, and it's always Richard Hill. I sort of look at him like a Josh Confield. Josh Confield never has a fantastic game, but never has a bad game. And you need guys like that. You need guys that create a spark, like someone like Christian Cullen or Joe Naloma, who can actually change a game.
Yeah.
Whereas Richard Hill, you just need guys. You need soldiers that actually have to just do it every day.
Yeah.
Richard Hill is a classic example. When I was captain, you'd never have to go up to Richard Hill and say, "Hey, look, you're actually in the moment." He's always in the moment because he just does what he does very well, and it's the efficiency of how he does it.
And I think one thing I remember about Richard Hill is that he's so level-headed.
Yes.
He would never tell you he played for British Lions or England.
That's right.
But he's a typical sort of rugby player.
Yep.
That he loved the sport, but unless you really probed him, he wouldn't tell you how successful he was. And I think he's a real sort of ambassador about the way rugby should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. And it's sad that he's left the field. If there was ever a player that England probably needed in the last World Cup,
it's Richard Hill.
Richard Hill.
So we've got one thing in common. We both know Richard Hill. Thanks, Zinzan. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.